Throughout time, people across the world told each other tales of how they came to be, of heroes and monsters, romance and tragedy, death and rebirth. Mythology helped shape the ancient world, explaining the unexplainable. This is Mythology Unleashed.
Picture, if you will, a monster so dreadful that even gods and immortals tremble before him. A monster that, in every incarnation and every artistic depiction, no matter how drastically different from one another, looks, acts, and sounds like a hellish combination of everything awful, gruesome, and deadly in the world. And a monster whose legacy is nothing but nightmares, chaos, and destruction. Greek mythology told of such a fiend, a primordial monster that nearly toppled Olympus. Typhon. Also known as Typhaeus, Typhon was easily the most hideous and most monstrous being in all of Greek mythology. Descriptions of Typhon tend to vary from source to source, but all of them were terrifying. The one universal trait found in every telling was Typhon's size, being a giant, larger than a mountain, eclipsing the sun with his enormity, and brushing his head against the stars. If his size were not enough to send one running for the hills, Typhon was also said to have multiple heads, sometimes said to be up to 100 in number, attached to his shoulders with snake-like necks. Of Typhon's heads, one was said to be human, while the others were usually said to resemble those of snakes or dragons, and other creatures such as bulls, boars, horses, big cats, wild dogs, and more. And from each head emitted a terrible voice. Other described features of Typhon include being humanoid from the waist up, while his legs were a series of coiling serpents, having massive bat-like wings that could cause violent storms, corrosive venom dripping from his lips, and fire spewing from his eyes and mouth. To put it mildly, Typhon was the embodiment of nightmares, a fierce appearance unlike any other, and filled with malice and hate. Typhon was spawned from the union of Gaia, the primordial earth entity, and Tartarus, born during the earliest days of the world, when the Olympians and Titans battled for sovereignty over the cosmos. He was larger, stronger, and more fierce than any of Gaia's other children, instilling fear into all who saw him. The only one who could stand his presence was his consort, Echidna, a being described as a hideous combination of woman and viper. Together, Typhon and Echidna produced a brood of monstrous children: the Chimera, the Sphinx, Orthrus, the Hydra, the Nemean lion, the Cromyonian sow, the Caucasian eagle, Ledon, the Colchian dragon, and the three-headed hound, Cerberus. When the Olympian gods drove out the last of the Titans, and it seemed that the universe would belong to them, Typhon descended upon Olympus, his horrible howls echoing across the hills. The giant's appearance filled the gods with fear, some too paralyzed to move, while others fled far and away. But there was one among them with the courage to stand his ground: Zeus. The god and the monster clashed in an epic battle that rattled all of creation. The mountains quaked, the heavens wept, the seas toiled and frothed. Even the underworld was shaken by the blows of the combatants. After a fierce battle, unlike any that came before it or came after it, Zeus defeated Typhon, showering him with repeated thunderbolts, and entrapping him beneath Mount Etna, a volcano in modern-day Sicily. Whenever the volcano erupted, it was said to be Typhon, fuming and writhing over his imprisonment and attempting to escape. Typhon's battle with Zeus is a primary example of Chaos Kampf, a concept where the forces of order and good, often a god or a hero, battles and subsequently defeats the forces of evil and chaos, often a serpent, a dragon, or a giant. Typhon being a rare example of a being who is essentially all three. Of all the many monsters of Greek mythology, none truly ever matched the size, the power, the ferocity, and the overall scariness that was Typhon. Born from primordial powers, Typhon's great size and monstrous appearance were enough to scare even the most steadfast of gods, and his overwhelming might was enough to go toe-to-toe with even the likes of Zeus, and very nearly conquered the cosmos single-handedly. Even after his demise, his legacy of monstrous offspring would go on to terrorize the ancient world, and act as obstacles and enemies for generations of future heroes. As such, Typhon was indeed, both literally and figuratively, the father of all monsters.